Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. Now, if you've ever been hurt in a car, truck, motorcycle, or even rideshare accident, you already know how quickly life can turn upside down. There's this moment where you're driving home from work, you're taking your kids to school, and the next, you're dealing with injuries, medical bills, insurance calls, and endless questions. Well, today on the show, we're shining a light on your rights and the help that's available to you. My guest is Nick Edgson, CEO and managing attorney of Big Auto Accident Attorneys. Now, Big Auto is a national team of lawyers who fight exclusively for crash victims, people just like you, coast to coast, and they are available 24/7. They offer you a free case review, and you pay nothing unless they win. Nick, thanks so much for joining us.
Wendy, it's a pleasure to be here, so thank you for having me.
Nick, before we get into the topic of today's show, I want to tell our viewers a little bit about your very impressive background. Nick has been an Arizona licensed lawyer for more than a decade and focuses his law practice on helping people who have seriously been injured in car and truck accidents. His team, Big Auto, has represented thousands of clients and recovered billions of dollars fighting for their injuries and medical bills. Throughout Nick's legal career, he has helped those injured through some of the most difficult times in their lives. He's a big believer in building strong client relationships and enjoys the challenges associated with finding creative solutions for each client and case in order to secure the maximum value for their injuries. He's also a proud member of the 40 Under 40 National Trial Lawyers Group. Nick is originally from Vancouver, Canada, a Canuck, but he's made Arizona his home for more than 10 years. He and his wife, Katie, have 5 wonderful sons. Can you give me a sense of the range of cases that your team handles?
Yeah, when you brought up the family, we treat every client like their family. I want to make it easy. I want to be able to say, hey, we'll take care of it all. Just give us a call. We can go through. We got a team ready 24/7 to help. So the range of accidents that we handle, it's whether it's fender benders, whether it's catastrophic injuries, truck accidents, motorcycle accidents, boating accidents, really any injury involving a vehicle or an automated process. We want to make it super simple. Give us a call. We can go through that and help everyone out. Treat them like family.
Rideshare. We hear more and more about being in the back of a rideshare and getting in an accident.
You know, even just coming here today, there's Ubers, there's Lyft, there's all these different rideshare. Phoenix has a lot of Waymos that are coming now. There's autonomous vehicles with no drivers.
We have a lot of those in Los Angeles.
Yep, and so that happens, but we want to make it simple. So we've got the experience. The team that we have has been doing this for decades, so we really want to lean in on that and make it simple for our clients.
You know, we think of driving as an everyday thing. It becomes so automatic, we're not even thinking about it that much. But there's a disturbing fact, and that is that car accidents remain the most common cause of injury in America. That's a bad thought to think. What are some of the most common injuries you're seeing from car accidents?
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, you think of car accidents, there's broken bones, right? There's loss of limbs, there's major injuries that happen, but oftentimes it's the smaller issues that kind of go unnoticed or people don't really give that much attention to. That's the headaches, that's the PTSD, that's the can't sleep at night, there's brain fog, there's traumatic brain injuries. So those are the things that we see the most common, and those are the little things that a lot of people don't quite pay enough attention to at the beginning of these cases that can really affect what insurance will value their claim at.
Right, because I've heard at an accident scene, sometimes the trauma makes them numb and they're not even aware of the pain or the injuries at that time.
Yeah, we speak with a lot of clients on day one of the accident. They're like, Nick, I'm not hurt, right? It doesn't really affect me that bad. The next day, it's a little bit worse. By the third day, usually those injuries are setting in and it's like, I can't move my neck, can't move my arm. I've got numbness and tingling going down into my fingers. All of these issues are real and they need to be tracked. They need to be looked at by medical professionals. So that's why it's so important when you get in an accident that you call the right people.
And when someone calls Big Auto after being sadly in a car accident, what's the first thing that your team does to protect them?
So the first thing that we do, we're going to take our time to go through with every client, hear their story, what happened. There's questions that we want to ask specifically to elicit, you know, the information, because we've been through this before. We know what to ask, we know what to do in these situations, so we want to make sure we get that information from our clients that we call. So that's the first thing that we do. Then we're going to get ready to go through the insurance claims and set that process up. We're going to reach out to any doctors or providers that need to get set up. If the client doesn't know where to go to where to get treatment, we can point them in the right direction and really help guide them along that process. And from there, our job is to hopefully take the pressure off of them. We know what to do. We can walk them through it every day, week, month, as the injuries progress, as the case progresses. We're here to help.
And the other question is, do you always need an attorney?
Yeah, it can be difficult to force the insurance to do the right thing. They don't want to do the right thing, right? That's why we have a job, is because they don't want to take care of our clients that get injured in an accident. Never take their first offer, right? They always want to try and throw cash at you quick. I've heard $500, $1,000, and sometimes people think, oh, this is great, or they think, oh, this is just a little bit at the beginning and I'll get more later. I can come after. No, if you take any money from them,
you
typically they're going to sign the release and say, you're done. You're releasing them from any wrongdoing. So please do not accept the offers from insurance without speaking with an attorney. Otherwise, you can potentially block yourself out from the actual claim that you deserve.
Nick, I'm sure the information you're providing our viewers today on how big auto accident attorneys can be helpful to those suffering serious injury as the result of a car, truck, motorcycle, or rideshare accident has been very, very helpful. Let's take a moment now to let any viewer who wants more information to call our helpline. We'll be right back.